Hey guys, today we are back at the community center to do some complaining. If you guys don't know, I haven't checked the year. It is 2021 finally. New year should mean new things, right? Well, we are still waiting for the Bartenders Brewery community project, which to me seems and is a big issue. Now, why is this such a big problem? Well, first off, it has a bunch of content, as in we're gonna get new, uh, you know, brews or drinks from the bartender, which they could be new potions with new buffs we haven't seen before, which does seem like that would be very amazing. And there's also T5 Revenant or Zombie Slayer, which would be great, but it's still not here. Now, if you guys remember, the other one was farming, and we got this all the way back in November, right? And it's been quite a while since then, if you ask me, right? So we ended up getting the farmer merchant and added new tools, build farms, Jacob's contest, all this cool stuff, right? And it was built back on November. Now this one is still not out. It's been 2 months since then and it's still not here. What they did was they kept adding more contribution requirements onto this. I think they did it at least 2 or 3 times, and it still never came out. And now we're at the point it's January, and there's still been no word on it. Well, there has been a word on it back in December, if you guys remember. There was a forum post being like, alright, we're working on something new, that's why Rev 5 isn't out. But I don't know why it was pushed under the bus. To me, that is very worrying. And now, why is it very worrying? Well, one, because one of the projects is not complete, that means there is no new, no two new projects, right? Since they both had to be completed before they put up two new ones. So by this one being in a state of never being completed, then we don't get to see what the next two community projects are, which makes me feel like they just kind of scrapped the idea. Because what the community project pretty much just is an update they kind of have an idea for. They throw it out there, and then they just kind of, as people slowly, contribute and get some bonuses for it, they can, quickly scrap it together when it's close to done. Or I don't really know how they end up doing it really. But my point is, that it's like an update in an update where they're like, hey, an update's coming, but you gotta contribute for it. Which to me, I find that to be very lame. I don't know about you guys, but I would just like my updates, being updates, since it's called, community city project. I just call it community project because it's, the community center. So it's essentially, community project, whatever you guys want to call it. But I do think it's very, unsettling that it's still not here. Since I'm always just like, man, it'd be so great if we had Rev 5 out already. There'd be so much to do. It'd be great. So if you guys remember, before this community, before these two community projects, we actually had the Blacksmith get, their update, which gave us a bunch of new, well, not really a bunch new, but a few new things, which was just literally 6 reforged stones or 5 reforged stones. Sorry, I thought it was a reforged stone for some reason. Which this is nothing big, right? That's just kind of small. And there's also the builder, which I feel like those two are literally just a test, right? The test to see how the community center thing worked, right? We got a whole new builder area with a bunch of new items and blocks and variety and cool stuff. But then they did the next two, and now we're literally, in the middle of waiting, which I don't like waiting. I hate waiting, right? And it's still in construction, and I don't feel like it might even come out in January, which to me is a little weird. Because there is the mining update, which I don't know if it's a mining update, but the weird Erebor lava mining coal block place that you guys probably seen by now from other YouTubers or a tweet or whatever. It does look like it'll be a pretty cool update, but it's impacting the release of the city community project system, which is I don't like that, because it's just kind of like they add this in and then now they're just pushing it off. Because it already felt really bad that they were delaying it so long. Since, as I said, mentioned before, they kept tacking on contributions. Like, we needed more and more contributions. At first, they were both going up at a rate where it seemed like no one would get, the contribution requirements. Since if you don't know how these projects work, let me see if I can get in the menu. Um, you contribute and you get bonuses, right? This time around, you had to contribute for 6 days, and at the rate these were going to complete before 6 days even passed. So they ended up adding more contributions, but they kept adding them to this one. So I don't know why they did this. It would have been cool if it released with the farming update so we had multiple things to do. But again, it's just maybe me complaining, but I just want it out, man. Like, I for multiple reasons. The main reason is I want to do Rev 5. Like, I want to, go back to the Slayer days and hunt for the new Slayer drops, right? And beyond that, I want to see the next two community projects, since that is another really big thing. Is what could be added into the game, right? Like, what about that foraging update we're waiting for, right? Like, foraging 60 would be cool. Like alchemy 60, upgrading like the witch. Like, there's so many things they could do with the, city community projects, right? And we're just kind of sitting here waiting and waiting, which I feel like is kind of like the main thing of Skyblock, where we're just indefinitely waiting for the new things to come. But it just does seem, it feels like the projects have just been abandoned, since there hasn't been any word on it since the early forum post in December, which was pretty much a month ago now. So where's our Rev 5, right? So again, I do, hopefully they go back to working on these so we can, get new projects and new stuff, like, keep getting a level 60 skills, stuff like that. But I'm just mainly surprised they didn't put enchanting under city project. But yeah. Anyway, is that pretty much it? I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to complain a bit about this. I do feel like, we might be heading back into the ice complaints era, because, I'm running out of content, and I think, a complaint series might be pretty good, since there always is some stuff to complain about like this. And I think this is one of the biggest offenders. The other offender is Diana over here. I do want to have a little rant about her event as well, since it does and is plagued with a bunch of problems, which I do feel like there's a lot of problems that do need to be fixed. And hopefully they do get fixed this year or soon, but time is the only thing that can really tell for that one. So if you guys enjoyed, maybe think about leaving a like on the video, and if you're interested in seeing new content, maybe think about subscribing and hitting the bell below, since hitting the bell below actually might send you the notifications and just subscribing might not. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.